One page from Animals. Like a lot of the chapters of this book, I end up writing about the way the songs degenerate into this kind of unreliable narration where they destroy their own authority on whatever subject. You know, they seem to be saying, here's what air is like, or here's what heaven is like, or here's the deal with animals, and then by the end what you're given is a self-portrait of a totally, you know, a radically destabilized narrative stance, one that you're forced to reject all its authority. So that's true again with animals, and I've gone on, by the time of this page, I've gone on a bit about that. At the age of 9 or 10, before Talking Heads or George Orwell had entered his life, the boy in his room read Albert Payson Terhune's once famous novels about noble collies, Lad, a dog, and His Dog. Then he told his parents he wanted a dog. He specifically asked for a golden retriever, but specifically received a Brooklyn street mutt instead, rescued from an abusive family down the block. Blue, as we named him, was half German Shepherd, half something else that the boy's family always claimed was Weimaraner, though really, who knew? Cued by reading Albert Payson Terhune, the boy intensely sentimentalized Blue's intelligence, loyalty, and valor. Blue was his dog, though in the end, Blue attached himself more completely to that boy's father, who was the one left to walk the dog and to pick up his shit. 35 years later, I'm the father who twice daily walks the family dog with a plastic bag inverted on my hand. I do it muttering sarcasm at the poor terrier, who may, in her Pavlovian way, by now require my muttering in order to move her bowels. My wife dislikes how I talk to the dog, my ongoing critique of the terrier's neuroses and repetition compulsions, things I possess myself, needless to say. I don't blame my wife. My speeches to the dog are contemptible. But I still defend myself by pointing out that the dog doesn't understand what I'm saying. My wife believes this is an underestimation of the dog. That's usually the last word. What I've never admitted to my wife, though, is that at some level of my being, I'm probably still testing animals to see whether or not they might understand. If I've reluctantly quit waiting to meet Mr. Toad from The Wind in the Willows or the walrus from Through the Looking Glass, I haven't given up entirely being disappointed not to own an Albert Payson Terhune dog. That's to say, a dog who judges my moral squalor in a single pitying canine glance and thus forces me to become a better person. This is the kind of permanent error possible only in a bookish, urban childhood. Animals, the song I mean, much as I want to dismiss it, freezes this portion of my soul in a psychic snapshot.